Hello there. Happy New Year. Today I'm going to talk about resolutions. But I don't like that word. The word, to me, resolution, feels restrictive, maybe a little bit critical of where I am. It feels big and sometimes scary and sometimes overwhelming. So the thing about resolutions is that we all know that some of them really barely make it through January, and certainly a lot of them never even see February. And, this is at a time when we're bombarded with offers for gym memberships and healthy eating plans and detoxes and all of that. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with any of these things. And there's nothing wrong with setting intentions to have a better time of it, to feel better, to accomplish more, to feel better about yourself. That's all great, right? The thing with resolutions that I find, or these New Year's intentions, whatever you want to call them, is that sometimes we're so almost impatient, right? Like we just want that change so much that we pile on into our schedules. Like, I'm going to do this 5 to 7 days a week, or I'm going to just cut this out completely from my diet, or you know the drill. And then when that happens, a couple things happen. So we might be all gung-ho and getting through it, and then that more rebellious part will come out and say, ugh, this is too restrictive. I'm gonna go do that instead. And then the critical, judgmental part will come out and say, look at that. I knew I could never count on myself. That's it. Don't even bother trying. And so we hear these voices, and we have this struggle between the part that wants to succeed and the part that's like, no, this just feels too tight. And so my suggestion is to, and I've said this before, but to do things little by little. Because the thing of it is that our nervous system, our emotional system, our whole system can handle changes when we work into them. And if we give ourselves too much at once, it rarely works the way we want it to work. And so to really look at, the direction you want to be in, go in, like I'd rather feel a little more healthfully, or I'd like to lose some weight, or I'd like to quit ABCD, or I'd like to incorporate this into my life on a regular basis. To start with what feels realistic, even if it's less than what you think is necessary, to start somewhere and to get the momentum to keep going, and to really allow the success and the accomplishment of whatever changes you're making to fuel the rest of the changes, so that you can create a path that says, that you tell yourself, I can do this. I can stay on this path. And maybe you tighten it a little bit. You increase the intensity. But to start where you are and go from there. Okay, so here's some tapping that I'm going to do to help. So even though I have so much that I want to get done this year, and I really want to make changes, I'm so ready for changes in my life, I accept the way that I feel about this. Whatever I feel, I accept. So even though I feel like I don't have a lot of time, and I just want to fit everything in, I want to start right away and get it going so I can accomplish what I want. I accept that there's a part of me that feels like maybe it's not possible. That maybe it won't work like it hasn't worked in the past. And even though I have these doubts, I accept the way I feel and I accept myself. I want to make changes in my life. And sometimes I don't follow through with my intentions. And even though that happens, I accept myself completely, and I'm willing to give myself a chance. There are changes I want to make. I want to get right to them. Part of me feels like I should schedule 5 to 7 days a week sometimes. But that never seems to work. And sometimes I don't follow through. And sometimes I quit. I want to make changes. I want this year to be different. I really want to make changes. And what if I can? What if I start with what feels manageable? Something that I know I can do towards the changes I want to make. I can do that. I can do what I can manage. I can start where I am. I can go in the direction I want to go in. And maybe I'll feel inspired. Inspired to do more. Inspired to increase the intensity. I can do whatever I can manage. And what if I could stretch just a little bit more? I'm ready to make changes. I'm ready to do it in a way that feels best to me and in the way that will provide the most benefit. Take a nice deep breath. And just notice how you feel. And remember, you can start with what you can manage, because the thing of it is that even if it doesn't feel like it's enough, starting somewhere will get you started. And then you can always increase the intensity or the amount of time that you're spending. Start somewhere and increase as you go along, if that is what you feel you need. And if you do that, you'll be on the road in the direction that you want. And you can always make changes along the way. So do what feels best to you. Do what is realistic and what you can manage right now, so you make sure that you can commit to your progress. Commitment is key. So give yourself something that you can commit to. So happy New Year. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.